Hello, everybody. I'm Jackie K. Cooper here with
Amber Howell.
And it's Tell All Tuesday.
Yes.
And way back before pre-surgery.
Yes.
Everything's going to be divided up. Pre-surgery, after
Post-surgery.
Yep. And you had said you were going to start trying to see more movies.
Yes. And I feel like I've been doing a good job so far.
Well, I don't know what you saw during my absence.
Mm-hmm.
But you did go see The Strangers.
I saw The Strangers.
And then this weekend you saw The Watchers.
Yes. I also saw Fall Guy.
Yes. Which I didn't see yet.
I think that's all. I watched Zero Dark 30, but that wasn't in theaters.
Yes.
Watched that on my own. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but Fall Guy, Strangers, and The Watchers, I know that I've been to the theater to see.
And maybe you can explain this. Several years ago, there was a movie called The Strangers.
Yes.
And it scared me to death.
It was fantastic. It was
so scary. It scared me to death
because
it was about a home invasion.
Yeah.
This couple lived out in a remote area, and it did not end well.
It didn't end well, no. But it also, like, are we giving spoilers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. You know, if you don't want to know about any of these movies,
come back another time. So, flashback to the original Strangers. I believe that came out in like early 2010s, maybe late.
Has it been that long? 14 years?
Because I watched it when I was like a sophomore in high school, which was a long, long time ago.
You haven't been a sophomore for 14 years?
When was I a sophomore? I was a sophomore in 2013, but I watched it a couple years after its
that
release.
was only 11 years.
Yeah, that was 11 years ago. So, I remember watching that and being so scared.
I was too.
And thinking this could actually happen in real life.
Yes. And they were just mean people.
Yeah, just awful people. And the thing is, like, at the end of that movie and at the end of the new Strangers movie, you don't find out who the masked people are. And I think that's the lore of it. Like, they're just these crazy random people.
There was a pretty well-known actress in the original Strangers.
I can't remember.
And she's the daughter of a rock musician, and she was in Armageddon with Ben Affleck and Bruce Willis. I think that was Ben Affleck. What is her name? She's got dark hair. But anyway, I think she was the female lead in Strangers, the original. But I remember I just went to see that movie cold. I didn't know anything about it.
It's creepy.
And it was scary.
Yeah.
But now, also, here we are 11, 14 years later.
Yeah.
They do Strangers again, which you didn't like.
I didn't like it. It was so unrealistically stupid. That's all I have to say about that. Like that, honestly, it was so bad that I don't even remember a lot of it. Because
Was it the same basic plot, though? Home invasion?
Pretty much, yeah. Home invasion.
But I keep reading that there are 2 more Strangers movies that have already been filmed.
Yeah, and I'm not going to see it because the first one was that bad. Don't watch it.
I don't intend to. I'm again that whole area. No.
Like,
go ahead.
I just like you have to. I know you haven't seen it, but there were moments in there where like the good people could have shot the bad people and just didn't.
I hate that.
Like, don't hesitate. Don't hold.
If it's your life.
Yeah, like don't hold the gun to the bad people's head for 3 minutes before you pull the like. I just have so many grievances about it. It was just a bad movie.
But then you went to see The Watchers, and I went to see The Watchers.
Yeah, I liked The Watchers.
I did too.
My review
will be up this week on YouTube. I know it was hokey.
Yeah.
Don't you think the plot? But it starts out and it says there is a forest in North Ireland, and if you ever enter that forest, you're never seen again.
Right.
And then they immediately cut to this guy who's running through the forest, and you get the impression that these creatures are after him. And my wife went with me. Remember when he climbed the tree?
Yes.
He's climbing the tree trying to get some bearing or whatever, and the bird flew.
Yes. Scared me to death. I jumped.
Terry yelled.
Ah! I did too. That was the biggest jump scare for
but
me.
I thought that was the perfect way to start that movie.
Yeah. It was.
Because it scared you from the start.
It did. But the good thing about that movie to me was like, I was wondering. I was left wondering what was coming next the whole time.
Yeah, I was too. I didn't know. I thought, are they going to, because Dakota Fanning, who is from Conyers, Georgia, always have to say that, she plays a young woman who works for like a pet store.
I guess.
And she has to deliver a parrot to somebody, and she's driving. I thought, I would know my GPS was wrong if I was on a one-lane road in the middle of a forest.
Yeah.
And then her car breaks down or stops working, and there she is in the middle of the forest. But she carries that dumb bird everywhere.
The whole movie.
She's got that cage, and she's going. I kept thinking the bird was going to have more of an integral part in the film.
And he was just kind of there. But I'm glad that he lived.
Yeah.
I was worried that they were going to kill the bird, and then I wasn't going to be happy about that.
But it had just enough every so often that it would renew your interest again.
Yeah.
Somebody would try to escape, or somebody would try to break in.
Right. And then at the very end, I almost saw this movie in like 3 parts. Like you have the beginning, you have the middle where they're in the forest, and then you have like 30 minutes at the end where it's continuing the story. And I thought that the twist at the end,
and there was a twist.
Was so good.
I did too.
Liked it.
But it was produced by M. Night Shyamalan, who did The Sixth Sense.
I think it was his
This
daughter.
was his daughter who directed it.
Right.
He produced it.
Okay. That makes sense.
And, everybody said nepotism, because her daddy.
Right.
But it was like an M. Night Shyamalan movie to me.
It was good.
I did.
Yeah.
I thought about it.
If you're thinking about seeing it, let this be your sign to go see it.
Yeah. But I have read, and you have too, horrible reviews.
Well, I don't agree with those reviews.
I don't either. Because it kept if it keeps my interest, and it was PG-13, so it wasn't gory type.
Right.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I thought about something though. The other night, I noticed on Netflix it said new season of Heartland.
I thought you were about to say something else.
No. What did you think? What did you think I was going to say?
Bridgerton.
It's coming back Thursday.
Was it split into 2 parts?
Yes.
Did you know that I was going to tell you, like I said in Mailbag Monday, I've been watching Bridgerton.
You started at the start?
Started at the start.
Are you up to date?
No.
Well, they did, I don't know why they did this, but they did like 6 or 7 episodes in May. And now, in June, will already be past, but June 13th, they're doing another 6 or 7.
Okay, so it's like split, kind of like Stranger Things did it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Except they didn't wait 5 years.
Yeah, hurry up, Stranger Things, if you're watching. I'm sick of y'all.
Did you know that Billy Bobby Brown got married?
Billy Bobby Brown?
Millie Bobby Brown. Is that her name?
Millie Bobby Brown. You said
Billy Bobby Brown. Millie Bobby Brown, who was a child on Stranger Things when the thing started, got married.
Yeah.
Do you know who she married?
Bon Jovi's son?
Bon Jovi's son.
Yeah. Yeah. Go Millie.
But anyway, here I am going through everything. It says Netflix, new season of Heartland. Season 16.
I've never watched Heartland.
Well, it's wonderful. You get hooked on it. I don't know how I got hooked on it.
That's like more seasons than like Grey's Anatomy.
But what was funny was Terry said, we have not been watching this show for 16 years. And I said, this is the 16th season. And she said, well, they must have done 2 seasons in
1 year.
In 1 year. And so I said, hey, Google, what was the first year that Heartland premiered? And it said 2007.
Wow.
Can you imagine? You were
9
years old.
Yeah. You've been watching that show a long time.
And they've already filmed season 17.
Wow. Man. Stranger Things. Take notes. Gosh.
And then I read today that a show I really like called The Boys with Jack Quaid. I like Jack Quaid, Dennis Quaid's son. It's had its third season, its fourth season. It's getting ready to come out, and then they announced the fifth season would be the end. And they're doing that with a lot of shows, Blue Bloods, things like that.
Yeah.
You're watching Bridgerton.
I am watching Bridgerton. I don't know if I like it. I don't know. Like, I'm not upset. Like, when I like something, I usually get really attached to the characters and, like, I'm obsessed with the show.
Well, you're coming to this party a little late.
I know. People are, like, obsessed with Bridgerton.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on, like, the second to last episode in the first season, I think. And, like, it's okay. I just feel like they do the same thing in every episode.
Well, every year they pick a different member of that family.
Who's going to get, like, married?
Yes, who's going to find the love of their life.
Gosh, it's just more of the same in the other seasons?
Yeah, because this year it's Colin.
Yeah, I've seen some stuff on Twitter about it, so I kind of know what's going on a little bit, like present day Bridgerton, but I try not to, read any spoilers.
With all you have going on.
Yeah.
You're watching Bridgerton.
Yeah, trying to.
Is Cody watching it with you?
No.
Just solo you.
Just solo me, yeah.
You should be watching Heartland.
Don't add anything else to my plate.
And then you'd have 16 seasons to make up.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, when you look back, I think Grey's Anatomy's been on like close to 20 years.
Or something like that. I watched that through season like 10, and then I was like, I've had enough. I can't watch this anymore.
I'm just like a good old reliable person. I'm like, as long as they make those episodes, I'm going to be right there watching them.
Yeah. That just means you're loyal.
I'm loyal. So. That's what I say.
That's you, yeah.
But are you going to, this weekend is the Pixar movie.
Inside Out?
Inside Out 2.
Yeah.
So you going to go see that?
No, probably not. No.
There's another kind of horror movie out, though. I saw it advertised, and I hadn't heard of it before, so
we'll have to look it up.
You'll have to look it up.
Okay.
You are better. You are better at going to horror movies than I am.
It depends.
What is the scariest movie you've ever seen?
I always say The Conjuring, but I don't watch those kinds of movies anymore. I didn't think The Conjuring was that scary. Maybe it was Insidious.
Yeah.
Mine
was two. The Exorcist.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I've seen, like, my roommate in college had to watch that as, like, an assignment, and I was, like, walking in and out of the room as she was watching it, and I was like, no, I am leaving. I am not watching this.
I remember, Lord knows that was probably 30 years ago.
70s, I think, came out.
I'm in Warner Robins. I've worked all day, and I go to the 5 o'clock movie.
I remember you told me this.
And I was the only person in the movie.
Yeah.
And when her head starts spinning around with demon possessed, I am thinking, why am I here?
I would have left.
I couldn't leave.
I would have left.
But that and the movie called Carrie with Sissy Spacek.
That's not scary, though.
Did you ever see it?
I can't remember if I saw the
when they
original.
Dump the bucket of stuff. She's the prom queen.
Yeah, I watched maybe the remake.
Okay, you saw it. Well, in the first one, when the Carrie is done away with, and the girl goes to visit her grave, and the hand comes up out of the grave. I mean, I yelled. I was like, ah! That was a scary scene to me.
Yeah.
Woo! Everybody has their different things. But that's all we've got to talk about today. This has been Tell All Tuesday, and I'm Jackie K. Cooper with
Amber Howell.